Hello, for today's video I wanted to talk about some stream ideas that I've had. I guess the main reason why I've had this idea, it's actually more like a single idea. It's because I've started streaming. For context, I used to stream kind of more or less every day when I wasn't employed. Then I switched to only streaming on Sundays and Saturdays, on weekends basically, because I didn't have that much time during the week. And now since I've arrived to Munich, I've only streamed on Sundays, both last week and this week. And I guess I wanted to get some I wanted to start streaming again with the setup that I used to have, okay, using my camera. Right now I am using my audio interface, like the old one. Let's see if I can carefully bring it up. I'm using my audio interface, so the audio today should be more or less decent, but the video quality, as you can see, is pretty bad. And I don't know, it's not that my face is super important for the stream or whatever, but I did like especially having the nice camera for the chroma behind me, right? So I felt like that made the workflow easier in some senses. Probably multi-monitor setup also helped, and this current multi-monitor setup that I have is not super to my taste. But I would say that I do want to go back to this new space, right? So I had an idea. This is invadervie, and basically she calls her stream the blanket fort. As you can see here, more or less, there is she's like sitting in a sofa or in a bed, and there are a lot of blankets. It says like slumber party day, blah blah blah, right? It's kind of this cozy stream where she, I don't know, streams, right? And she has a lot of plushies, etc. So, and she calls it the blanket fort because it's kind of like when you're a kid and when you do like a fort under blankets and you're like there together. And I thought it was like a nice concept. And since my space, as you can see behind me, is basically my bed, that's like basically the most space that I have to stream, I thought like I could do that and take advantage of that and steal her idea and kind of do my own blanket fort. I guess the main reasons why are to have more space. Right now, I guess it's not that I'm super constrained. I guess like when I'm talking like this, it's not like I'm lacking out of space, but it is pretty annoying to be like, I don't know, the way I'm looking at the TV, for example, is kind of annoying. So in that sense, I have less space. Also, I have no way to put away. This is the main reason, right? The main reason is that I don't have a way to put the audio camera and the camera, and the audio interface away without a ton of friction, right? Now, when I close the stream, I will have to unplug the audio, move the audio interface here, but I will have to change the mic there. So it's like every time I want to stream or record or whatever, I have to plug it all. I have to move it away, and this is just the interface right now, so that would be tolerable. But the camera situation it has like a lot of cables. It has two different cables. It has like also the cable for the fucking capture card. So it's a lot of mess, and I feel like that is a lot of friction that I don't want to be dealing with, or if I were to put the camera on a tripod over here, right? I don't know. It's like I would have to find a small. There is also no space here, right? When I mention more space, I think like I meant more desk space, right? Also, like more space to put the camera in a way that can capture me, right? If I have the camera here, or like it's like basically super close here, I don't fit in the picture, right? It's too close. So I feel like that would help. Probably also some better lighting because it would be like direct from the window, but also it could allow for a chroma keying as well, right? I could hang the chroma as the blanket from the blanket fort and use it as such when it was needed, right? Or I could just like roll it out. It wouldn't be like such super blanket forty, but basically I came up with a list also, and the list has some requirements, right? These are like the requirements that I have for for the blanket fort to happen, right? I would require a keyboard so that I can handle stream while I'm here, while I'm sitting on that bed, right? I would require a table so that I can put the keyboard and the mouse, and maybe even I'm not sure, the computer, maybe not, but yeah. But I don't know, the stuff that I need during the stream. For example, if I'm reading out the eyes out loud, etc., probably some like the iPad or something like this, right, or the phone, etc. Then a tripod to set the camera there on the close to the window, facing the bed that way, and a better USB hub probably for the audio interface plus the camera. That could be interesting. Although the one that I have, I think, would work for for these two, but it doesn't work, for example, for if I want to transfer files with my phone. But yeah, that's a second thing. And then attrezzo, I guess, right? Maybe I could use some attrezzo and make it more blanket forty, like invadervie here, right? Maybe that could also happen. But yeah, I guess also the next thing that I wanted to talk about, as you saw in that note, is, do I lose something with the blanket fort, right? And I feel like I do think that it wouldn't be perfect for replicating the current the previous / current stream workflow, right? I feel like that would make it pretty annoying to type and to browse windows, to move around windows, to do the thing that I was doing of like switching OBS scenes, etc. I feel like that type of workflow would be a little bit more annoying. I feel like I could adapt to it though. For example, by switching scenes in some other way using an app on the iPad that I do have, or things like that, right? I feel like I could adapt. Then, I had the next thing that I wanted to talk about in this point was like, what is this blanket for, right? I would also like, I guess, to better be suited to that purpose or something like that, right? To adapt to that situation, to that blanket for situation better. And in this case, I feel like for her, she's like a boobie streamer, and her streams are quite, they have a lot of like innuendo and that thing, right? They are pretty sexual and like pretty kind of explicit in some ways. Even she's like, I know you are jacking off to me right now. She actually literally says that several times on stream. I watched a stream of her to like check it out, and it's literally that sexual. I thought it would be like way lighter, but no, it's like that. So I guess for her, literally sitting on a bed and like showing a little bit of leg, etc., is kind of pretty. It has like a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? And I think for me, probably that doesn't have that much sense. But I don't know. I think it still is kind of a little bit cozy, and I think I think it is a nice concept, even though I wouldn't be taking advantage of it in the same way she does, right? But and I don't know. Those are, I think, that was like my main stream idea. Well, more like stream format idea. And let me know your thoughts. There are only a couple of people, like 2, 3, 4, maybe people that show up on stream, but maybe this would make it maybe make the number higher. And I don't really care about that. I mostly care about expressing the things that I will have to express. And I feel like if this helps for that, I feel like it's a good idea. So I guess maybe I could experiment a couple of days with that. So I feel like my conclusion for today's video is something like, okay, maybe I could add some of these things that I want to buy to the buying list, and I could test out next or in a couple of weeks this idea and see how I like it. And if I don't like it, then at the least I will have the keyboard and probably will still be useful, because it's a keyboard that I can use while laying on the bed. So it won't be too much of wasted money. Same with the tripod. It won't be wasted money, since especially if I get a phone accessory or something, since I will be able to use it to carry it around, to record around. So that is that. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Oh, by the way, this is part of this one video a day series. Tomorrow there are probably more videos. I hope I start releasing a little bit more edited videos tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for watching, and now actual goodbye.